Good morning. Hello, hello. Oh, is the game not showing up for some reason? But that's okay. There we go. Hello, game. Good morning, Pusher. I hope you're doing well. I hope your morning's going just fine so far. Let me unmute that. Alright. So this time, for realsies, we're going to try and play this. And you will understand the madness that is this game. Welcome to Not for Broadcast, me censoring news. Let's do it. Continue this. Whew. I hope you enjoyed some Final Fantasy music to start off your morning. I mean, how could you not? Oh, shoot. Oh well, I just turned off the tutorials. Luckily, I've already done this part.
As a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies from East Grinching. That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history of the knee-length sock and its importance during the Great Blackouts of 1871. Not one to miss. At 9 p.m., sit back and relax with multiple award-winning movies, taking us all the way up to 11:15, where...
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know seafood makes me go out in posture.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
This game, man.
And yet you persist, going in 5, 4...
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up. The election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile. Controversy as global mega corporation Remington Swist buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market.
Oh.
Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hams leaves.
Didn't have any
Sports
commercials ready.
Personality of the year. And a spoonful of sugar. Meghan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Whew. Gotta switch these at the right time. Make sure nobody gets embarrassed on screen. Hello, Nereon.
The votes are in.
Yes, there are no mannequins here, thank God. There's just madness here. And this is day 1, so it's gonna get much weirder.
With their bold promises of permanent change. But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary Geoffrey Jeffries has issued a statement in which he comments that
my shoulders don't hurt anymore because they've been de-stressed, so I feel much better.
Sounds like sour grapes to me, Jeff. After the break, Megan Wolf will be speaking to a man whose grapes certainly aren't sour, the international heartthrob and inexplicable box office sensation that is Lawrence Blunderclatch. And later in the program, we'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech. That's all.
Oh, great.
After the break.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to follow after the ads.
Commercial.
Rank Snatch is running late. I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same.
Legend Johnny Hamsleeves, and I'm not fat, but you are. Don't worry, ladies. Now you can have me, Johnny Hamsleeve, right there in your lounge.
Johnny!
What are we saving our points for? That way I can just get ahead of it, and potentially just buy it ahead of time.
Proper match day workout with my 2 cracking assistants. Who knows, within a few weeks, you could be as fit as them.
These aren't my cards. Please tell me these aren't my cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
Oh no, I think they think you won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a
Did you know that
huge
fat
day.
people are less
It's
likely
not.
to last married or live past the age of 26?
I don't care,
Potentially
Rob.
true statistics are
Doing
all
it.
terrifying reasons
I
why you
agree
should pop a bit
to
of Johnny in your VHS slot.
I made that completely clear when we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off.
Piss off, mate.
Exercise is recommended by
Whole
sports
wheat,
professionals
man.
and is
Whole
72%
wheat.
likely to get
By the way, this game is also super British.
Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
10 seconds, everybody. Going in 5,
It's
4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first, our very own culture reporter, Megan Wolf, is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do.
Now the whole point is I can't stay on any screen for longer than 10 seconds, so I have to
May I say
continuously
happy to hear
switch
that?
screens,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
can't be on the person, of course, who's not
So you've
talking.
just finished filming your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap. He really is. I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am
Wow.
I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man.
Bullet
You'll
man.
remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly...
I know. I was on that
It's a
screen for
role
too
that saw
long.
you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
Oh, that is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed.
I've also learned over the course of the small bit I've played of
That's
this
how it
game that
feels,
these people are just
doesn't
all
it?
absolutely insane.
Doesn't it?
If society actually ran this way, oh my god. I'd actually watch the news because it wouldn't be so depressing.
I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire, the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
Anything to
And
get away from
today,
hearing about
of
American
course,
politics.
We're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Yes, well...
Sorry, I said fuck.
No.
I'm really apologize.
Well,
Sorry.
I believe you brought in a clip from The Medicated, which opens next week around the country. Lawrence, do tell us what's going on here.
I'd be delighted. This is a really pivotal scene where my character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look.
Ads in 1 minute.
I don't understand it.
Doctor.
I don't understand it.
Welcome to the weirdest movie trailer I've ever seen. God, I have to do this.
It's not your fault.
You think I don't know that?
Cleolans mustn't think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Oh my god.
Did it for you, baby. All for you.
Dr. Hemlock.
We're gonna change the world, you remember? Won't I listen to you?
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
Now it's all too late.
Look at this!
The virus. The sterility. This formula. This is the key.
The studio needs to invest in something to help with the feedback.
We have to ask ourselves if we should.
I don't know why Twitch tells me there's ads when there obviously isn't ads coming up. Like, it takes so much longer. Commercial.
Where can you get warm, sandy beaches, clear waters, and fine dining? Well, we're not sure, but here in St. Bumley on the Taint, we've got a big hill and the bus comes twice daily. Visit picturesque St. Bumley this summer and experience a holiday that's simply unlike any other.
Oh, ad started finally. There we go. Now I have a break. I guess I will go make my iced coffee and be right back. All right, sorry about that. Welcome back. Hello, Goracle. Good evening for you. Hope everything is doing
Visit the
well.
abandoned Spade Factory. Your kids will love exploring the old production line in relative safety. Grab your tetanus shots and come down today. There's no gift shop, but feel free to grab an old handle from the skip out the back.
This is called Not for Broadcast. It's about censoring the news, but these people are absolutely insane. This might be right up your alley, honestly. And I think there is a VR version of it too.
The hole. Hey, that's a nice hole. And after a long day exploring Bumley, you can relax.
Right now, we're just on a commercial break for the news station, so...
Or you could take advantage of our famous nightlife. There's a radio in the calf, or on Fridays we gather to watch tramps fight. Come on, Harold, you scruffy old
It's probably better than AI Minecraft, so...
And with more than 2 areas of outstanding natural interest. Isn't it time your family went Bumley way?
Apparently he's been
And
drinking
hey,
since
when you come to
lunchtime.
the dry
Christ,
season,
he's
we've
online.
got a car
Shush,
park
I'm listening to my ad about Bumley.
on the tank. Naturally.
And a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advance headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
All right, let's get ready for the censor bar.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do it.
They certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through their
I'll turn
shit.
it up just
I'm
a
sorry about
smidge.
the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party's what you
Yep,
have when
no
things are
problem.
going
You have a
well.
good rest.
When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive
Look at this
powers
man, political
to pass
race,
Assets and
just
Wealth Act.
drinking a pint.
Working with the tax
How
office,
much
we
more
have
British does it
produced a
get?
definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats.
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends
Oh,
today.
I'm off on my it ends today.
Ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well then.
Well
Interesting
then.
acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance, and our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody. Same again tomorrow. On the board.
First day done.
Celebrate
So-
the classic age of salad with this exquisite limited edition collection. My Salad Weekly. Sign up now, and every week we'll send you an authentic, ethically sourced ingredient to add to your salad. Build your collection week by week, and very soon you'll have a salad that really gets...
I did pretty good today. I got money. I'm broke ass poor though. Yeah, don't you want some Salad Weekly? I can't remember if there's just another news broadcast or if I have... Oh no, I have to fill out an unexpected form, which I'll need help on if you want to help. You arrive home to find posts on the mat, most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know. It's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, your spouse, and your children. Alex, Sam, Charlie, and Susie. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Upon starting a new job, you would like to A. Be friendly and introduce yourself to your new coworkers. B. Be productive and get work immediately. C. Ease yourself in and orient yourself with a new workplace. Or D. Reminisce about your old job. So, does anybody have a specific option they want me to lean towards? You can either be a workaholic, apparently, or be a complete cast out. With this music that doesn't match at all. 1. Be friendly and introduce yourself to your new coworkers. Question 2. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now, a file of a minor importance has gone missing. You would A. Help your colleague cover up their violation. B. Recommend that your colleague reports it. C. Promise your colleague that you won't tell anyone. Or D. Report the violation to your supervisor immediately. So are we going to be the good worker that reports things, or are we just going to let this slide? 2. Recommend that your colleague reports it. Question 3. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are significantly higher than the previous ones. You would leave work on time, stay late to ensure that you hit the first deadline, leave work early and head to the pub, chat about the changes with colleagues, leave work early and head home to see your family. Any selections, chat? If not, I'll pick for you. I like the one that the only choice is to actually work, stay late, and then sure. Okay, so I can see where we're heading is we're gonna care about work a lot. It's the annual company barbecue. You and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with friends and family. Are washing your hair that day. Go if you're free, but wouldn't mind missing it. have been practicing with your coworkers and think you'll win the talent contest this year. Are washing your hair that day. You've had a long, successful career and now are about to retire. In your speech, you A. List your achievements and all good memories that you have working there. B. Give an honest review of the pros and cons for the company. C. Focus on issues that challenges you faced while working there. And D. Refuse to attend. I think this is the last question, if I remember correctly. Or just repeat. We're all over the map here. Oh, no, there's more. In your spare time, you A. like to relax, doing things like listening to music or making models. B. Attend political rallies and stand up for what you believe in. C. Encourage and support your children with their hobbies. Or D. Play in your local sports team. Your ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, getting away from the strain of daily grind. B. Exploring somewhere unfamiliar and discovering new experiences and challenges. C. A structured day out with a theme park, bursting with thrills and attractions for you and your family. D. A romantic getaway with your partner on a tropical paradise. One. It is most important that the government keeps people safe, free, happy, or equal. Not all of the above. We don't want all of these, just one. Equal. Sign your name. Well, there goes our character set in. Alright. A family matter. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up your favorite coffee cup, a worn out souvenir of your first trip together. The print's faded, but the goofy face still makes you laugh. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed out. We take a deep breath. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex, Chris stammers, but I need a favor and you're the only one I can ask. No problem, what's going on? Or, are you okay? Should I go get Sam? The one or two? And this is my wife's brother. Or husband. I think we're gay. Should we go get Sam? No need to worry, Sam. It's you I came to see. I just need 2 minutes. You've heard about the Assets and Wealth Act. I literally work in the news, Chris. Or not really, must have passed. I'm just gonna pick I work in the news because that's the obvious choice. Chris's fist bangs on the table. It's total bullshit. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. I can't believe they're actually getting away with it. Madness! Which is why I need your help. What exactly is it that you need? Or, why do I get the feeling I'm not going to like this? My chat is gonna slowly just become numbers. I wish there was just a Twitch integration for this to make things easier, but... Ew, why do I get the feeling I'm not gonna like this? Chris's eyes seem to be resting comfortably on the floor tiles. Look, I know it's a lot to ask, but I need to borrow your passport. My passport? What for? Or my passport? I can't give you that. It's illegal. They've taken mine in half the bloody countries, but people always say that I look so similar. Yes, Pusher is malfunctioning. No, they're helping choose answers for the questionnaires they're asking me. Chris is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, and my money will be safe, but I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex, I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice. Okay, it's in the safe upstairs. Let me go and get it for you and you can take it. Surely there's another way, and it can't be that serious. So what you've missed so far, Nirion, is my brother-in-law apparently wants to take my passport so they can leave the country because they're filthy rich. Chris's mouth falls open. You're joking, right? I've always done what's right by you, Sam. I've treated you like children, like they were my own. Or family, does that mean nothing to you? Alright, I'll go get the passport. Family is family. Or, it's against the law. I can't help you with this. Error. Please, I do not compute. Fine, I'll solve this on my own, Chris spits. Ew, don't spit in my kitchen. So much for family loyalty, eh? Grabbing the neon fluorescent suitcase, Chris disappears into the night. You go back to the dishes, picking up Sam's cup again. The peeling face now seems to bore into you. The knot in your stomach tightens. Yeah, we are not Vin Diesel from Fast and Furious. We do not believe in family. To hell with family. Oh, whew. Day 8. The Fallout. Hello.
Let's get set up and get on with it, eh? So I can get back to my guests. First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Alright, do we want to play the one that says, should we play this? The toy is this toy safe? About a Mr. Snugglehugs? Or no? I'll just pick 2 other ones. Okay, dangerous toys it is.
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the Vision Mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the Vision Mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully. And we're off. Good luck.
Alright, so are we going to be the family man or are we going to be the businessman? That is the true question.
Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah,
Like, how good do we want to make this government look?
Everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Time to go over to Jeremy Donaldson for tonight's.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
I'm Jeremy
Our main headlines
Donaldson.
tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker.
I'll pick the nice pictures for now.
For the vast majority of the
But if we ever need to
I'll be
change,
asking my guess
we'll change.
if we're on the way to a new future. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was
wonder if
top
that's
of
her
her class
toy.
at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement.
People like it.
In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it will be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborgen-Horgensford have today set off to
What a
explore
name.
Japanese taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course, only the latest in a series of successful expeditions for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about
So
the
while we're in the
daily
easy
effects
part
in
of the
my face,
news,
the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have."
I don't know. My brain just
Playing the
stopped
field.
working for a second.
Rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush. one of
Johnny
the capital's
Hamsleeves.
hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the
I
Year.
forgot
last
that's the
week,
guy that we did
as
the ad
reported
for
By this
yesterday.
very program. Johnny is seen here with socialite and performance artiste Tiffany Lamore, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the cards for these two?
I don't know how
bold
everybody else feels about FMV
And
games like
grievous
this,
bodily
but
charm.
this is
With advanced promising
definitely an
radical
interesting
movement
kind of vibe.
How
That's
afraid should we
for
actually
sure.
be? I'll be going live around the country to
You know
talk
what,
with
let's
people
put the
who've seen
actual
the criminal
game
justice system
now.
from every perspective. With more and more powers
Ev-
passing to the police.
Excuse you,
and
what?
less
Are
and
you
less
talking about
oversight.
Snatch Inside My
Are we
Snatch?
using an advanced sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors who are already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
That's just, I don't know what you're on about. That's the name of the show. It got her famous. It's a totally normal show. It's kind of like Love Island. You know, the most popular television show ever.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing
I
things
love
up.
how pissed off this guy looks. Like, he's such a good actor.
The grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Oh god, yeah, if you manage to save up the 10,000 points, good luck for you.
In a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully.
I need to set up an
Advance the most
overlay still for my
disruptive
scary
threats that world
stories,
powers
but
have faced since the last Great War.
I'm excited and not excited for somebody to redeem it because it'll be weird
This will
for
not
me
be
to
a
do
war
that.
like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech
Until I
weapons
can
that
figure
level
out.
entire cities. We're talking
out of the wrong.
I don't have any original stories right now, but I plan on actually writing some as time goes on. But I do not have one right
That might
now.
be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
My backup is from
dead.
Yes, advance
the
are
book
radical, and
Scary
change
Stories
is
to
always
Tell in the
frightening,
Dark.
but
I don't know if
truth
you've
is
ever
that the Wealth
read
and
the
Assets
book,
Act
but
has made more than
they're very
90%
good
of the
stories,
population wealthier
and they're fairly
and is on
short.
target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the
So it'll
curtain.
be a blend of stuff that I've come up with and stuff
You say
that
mobilize, I call it
I find in
grooming.
book.
The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them
Oh,
in my
his
book,
book.
Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know,
See,
I think they
I
might do
thought about
some
doing
good.
that, but I was like, I really didn't want to use ChatGPT because I felt like that kind of cheapens the fat. But in a desperate situation, I can use ChatGPT for something. But I used to write like a lot, so I'm pretty okay at it.
How's it going? Actually, fuck it, I don't care. I hate the fucking news. Oh, bloody hell, I love this tune, though. All right, mate, see you later. Bye.
I mean, who doesn't want to add Earthworm Jim to everything?
Oh, Mr. Snugglehugs, you're so silly.
All right, Pusher, now that this commercial has come on, do you still want this toy?
Selling out fast.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. John.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand.
Imagine
Quite a
turning on the
picture of
TV and
burdened
this is
legal
what you
sector
get.
there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay.
Moral
We've
decay.
diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies, mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, a bloody gimp's escaped. Delia? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy
I was
Dawson.
saying the
Clive, can you put him
badgers.
back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gimp space. Off
And
you go.
whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people.
Darling, where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said... get
Clive,
in your
I am not having this
space.
again.
Mummy said get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast, Clive! You
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter...
I'm glad it doesn't care about me not censoring this.
No, she takes 3 of the
This
pills
is
and
fine.
hides under the
But
stairs
him
like a
saying
normal
bugger?
child.
No, 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 no.
Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison.
And then this poor guy, Jeremy Donaldson, he's just trying so hard to do his dang job.
He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing it.
I'm not going to be doing
Tell us what
that.
it's like in prison, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah,
Yay!
sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Lads.
I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep. 1 sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current
Okay.
system, Jez. Just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
Open!
So, do you feel tempted?
Hey, it's a clown.
Who's this guy?
Open! You are joking. Chrissy Freebollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas. I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
The little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, let's believe that!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes? Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the
I don't know. Did anybody pick up anything about Law and Order from any of this?
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Our children. Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. The new advanced go-getters.
Oh my god, I forgot about the music. Oh no.
Benefits that only a true community can provide, while keeping us informed of all the ups and downs to help make things even better. With a vast range of activities available, building the nation's future has never been so rewarding. With the Go-Getters, you can be sure that your children will be well equipped in the march towards progress. After all, there's nothing better than moving forwards. The Advanced Go-Getters. Forwards together.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, acting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan.
We are.
overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher.
These are my kind of people from school. These are the people that I would have hung out with.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
Touch us back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah? Because in a way, she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, Coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way. So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago. A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
Wow, how did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back
She's a
in the day.
paraplegic
And so
mainly. I wonder what she is in the rest of her
Let's have a go
time.
with this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we ballywell are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
All right, everybody. Here's the best song that has ever sung ever.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi, Gary. Oh, heavens, no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist! Going somewhere, little first year? Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father? Violent father.
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake!
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money. Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean, not today? Who are you? My arm's free, coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist, and you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah. But I can't fight all three of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
All right, here we go, guys.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face. I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
Or you could be me.
Life can be peachy keen if you work as a team.
It's my choice to be mean. So stop now, make a different choice.
Oh, wrong camera.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel lads. I'm a mother-loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum, and for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
This is how I feel. Right here. This is me.
Just work as a team.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was
brilliant.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
Oh boy. A small bonus? They're still broke ass poor though, apparently. Alright, back to the story. You arrive home after another long shift to find a note waiting you on the countertop. You recognize Sam's hurried scrawl. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. Sam's gone to pick up Chris' stuff from the street. Don't wait up. Underlined twice. So this is your fault now. You sulkily press play on a cheap horror film you are going to watch together. It used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but always makes you two laugh. It's not the same without Sam, but you chuckle to yourself occasionally. Just as you get to the good bit, where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts you. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you and only way a child pleading, but somehow defiant. You let him go as long as he promises to be home by 11. Or you tell Charlie no. He knows he's not allowed out on school late at night. I'm gonna tell him no. Charlie's voice gets louder and louder as he sees you're not going to change your mind. You pretend that it's for your own good, but really, you just want to be left alone. Fucking hate you all. He hesitates. He knows he's gone too far, but in his rage, he can't bring himself to back down. Before you can open your mouth, he storms up the stairs and slams his door. You decide to give him some space. You both need to cool down. You check in on your son before you head to bed. Let me be the good dad and check on my son. You knock on Charlie's door, and when you hear no answer, you quietly open it. Your son's under the duvet sulking. He determinedly facing the wall, but once it's clear you're not leaving until he talks to you, he sighs and turns to your face for temper. He needs to learn to control his temper. I'm going to pause because there are ads now. I'm going to drink some coffee. I guess I don't have to pause as long as I don't click anything. You can just listen to the weird noise in the background. Another little bit on ads, but that's okay.
Outpost. I'll go there then. If you want Matthew, go wherever you. Well, it's the same distance really from each one, but this one I'm going in this direction. Alright. No.
Welcome back. Hello. Alright. Sorry, our son is sulking and we have to, he's gonna apologize. And now a lot of time has passed. White Christmas. Can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table, your dad's place. It's been a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. It's a big chance for Sam. The two siblings are inseparable. Christmas is usually a nice time of year. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? Make a toast, or you stay silent. Let's make a toast. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here. No thanks to you. Chris. Sam sighs. Come on now, it's Christmas and we can't we put this behind us? Sam's right. Let us enjoy ourselves. Chris turns away from you, taking on some frustration out on the cheap cut of roast chicken. Your daughter Susie seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me. You chuckle. This sounds familiar. I'm not gonna enjoy this, am I? Susie rolls her eyes. You know me and my friends are planning to go traveling this year. Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. She interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath, Suze. You're not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Let's just ignore the man that is trying to make us look bad in front of our kid. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures, Susie gushes. You sigh and lower your voice. You know money is really tight and that Grandma's staying here. We just don't have that kind of money, Suze. Please, Harriet's parents are helping her out. And being the good dad that I am, we're gonna say we'll do it. Sam interrupts. Sorry, were you gonna consult me on this, or were you just gonna carry on pretending I don't exist? You feel your cheeks flush red as you turn away and Chris can't see. You know you haven't been the most attentive lately, but this rebuke still seems harsh. Sam exhales and seems to brighten, but luckily for someone, I agree. This is a great opportunity and I'm sure we can find that money somewhere. Sam isn't even looking at you. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly as you clear your plates from silence. Have you had a nice birthday, Pat? Your mother chimes in cheerily. Merry fucking Christmas. Gotta be a good parent. A windfall? You're leafing through the pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill puts you on your gut like the lead weight as a flash before a blue mark makes you pause. Recognize the Teal Advantage logo on the envelope. You tear it open. Dear Winston Redford, thank you for sending us passports for approval. We can now confirm that their receipt and validation for the new assets and wealth scheme. As such, it's our pleasure to enclose a check which we hope you will see as a symbol not only of your gratitude to you, but our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. throbbing of your fresh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you believe you're awake. Check, and a sizable one at that. It's actually distributing some money. We will continue to strive for the betterment of our nation and its people. Forward together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. We have money now! We're doing good. Our family's gonna be happy. Oh, why are you playing? Not you. There we go. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year, you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made out of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages. Finally getting some time alone together where you can't afford the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zips finally give up in the battle. You drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. The answering machine has a message. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you'll be required to work this weekend. Part 6. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tension between the nation and the foreign powers. The national nightly news team will be working around the clock to ensure the break and story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening. Shock turns to annoyance and then fury. What are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs brimming with excitement, kissing you. They grab your car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the bag. We are going to ignore it because we are comfortable on money and I want to be a family person. Message deleted. What was that? Comes a voice from behind you? Nothing important. You reply as you put your coat, adrenaline coursing through your body. Grabbing Sam around the waist, you practically slam the front door. You did! You made it back! You might as well enjoy your time off. You're going to pay for it on Monday. So the things you've missed is, we didn't let our kid go out after dark. We promised our daughter to pay for a trip around different countries so that she can learn stuff, and we blew off work. When you get to work on Monday morning, you get some sour looks from your exhausted colleagues. A note sits waiting on you. An immaculate script in blood red. I'm very disappointed in you, Winston. To heck with you, Mr. Bozeman. Yeah, we went camping with our kid. Your son, Charlie, hovers at your elbow as you read. You find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the Advanced Go-Getters today. Forward together. This doesn't sound like the youth club you took. Oh. Charlie grabs a flyer from you and thrusts a form into your hand. I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after. So you won't have to do anything. You sign the permission slip for your son for the Advanced Go-Getters. Your son is thrilled. It's heartwarming to see him so passionate about becoming an active member of the community. I think this is the last one before our next news. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advance logo. Urgent. Respond immediately. Plastered on the front and the corresponding urgent red front grabs your attention. Let's get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the Advance government has taken another step towards forwards in fighting for equality. By nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources among the citizens of this great country, Partnership Bonds program ensures that the wealth created by the people is to be delivered to the people. Every household will become a partner in one of 3 of the selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance in their financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. So essentially what it's saying is that we need to, during our normal day-to-day, probably try to boost the economy of one of these 3 companies. So do we want to be with the Eye of the Beholder Incorporated, whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture? We see the beauty in all our customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil, or Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure, from sports or travel, or even some of you time. You can't say pleasure without leisure. So which one do we want to work with? The beauty company, the crazy man, or the pleasure company? You want to work with the Eye of the Beholder, the beauty company? Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form and using the envelope provided. You will receive a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. It seems Advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together. Alright, so you need to remember to always play their commercials. Teenage rebellion. You step out of your old car in silence. Sam slams the door and you wince, hoping the door won't come off its hinges. You don't say anything. Now's not the time. As you approach the front desk, you feel physically sick. The police officer asks you to wait. Eventually, after what seems like an eternity, your daughter is brought out by an officer with a kind face. She's a good kid, but if we pick her up on graffiti again, we will have to charge her. You nod and apologize on Susie's behalf, and Sam hugs your shell-shocked daughter. As you shake her hand, the officer lowers her voice. Keep her away from that boy, and I think she'll be fine. In the car, you attempt to broach the subject, but Susie refuses to say a word. After a while, you give up your questions about who this boy might be and just drive. Hours later, you stare at the ceiling, worrying. Stillness in your bedroom is the only sign that Sam is also awake. Who is Susie hanging out with? Why is she acting out? Neither of you are going to sleep well tonight. Our daughter's been arrested. Ugh. I'm trying everything for this dang family, and this is what you do to me. I bring home the bread and put it on the table, and you show up and you do this? The Tempest. Oh.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert.
I don't want to play other
Right,
one.
that's the lot. Have a great show.
So we're gonna check our prostate, we're gonna play our beauty one, and then the mandatory one.
How's it going with Steve? Why are all men such pricks?
That one, eh?
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fate.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talk to you.
You're probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said.
Now it's storming.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Pricks. Going in 5,
Yeah.
4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
Gotta make the company look good, gotta make sure our
Trapped in
family looks
Dante's
good.
Taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg Horgensborg and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together,
Smorgasbord,
hopes are still high
Manor.
for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, The team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
It might
They
seem
keep switching my
unusual to us,
cameras now.
But clearly, this formerly overprivileged section of our society is not adjusting well to the new future. It's often too easy to forget that not every citizen is thriving under advance.
Table for two. Johnny Hamsleys and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
I like this big giant
Have
test
been on a
results
roller
thing.
coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity wedding since professional wrestler Randy Grizzlenuts McFridge married his longtime tag team partner Tina Tiny Hands last year in a wrestling ring made entirely of cake?
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia
Well,
Remington today
the toy
announced
was a
brand new
disaster,
product
so...
that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today. Though it's
I need to
critics
know
are
what this
skeptical
is.
that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
When only a Flard will do, you need the Flardmaster 5000. That's the slogan accompanying the announcement that has rocked the construction industry this morning. The breakthrough device for aiding in installation is sure to change the way we see the humble Flard.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview
Yep,
coming
and it's
up
all
later.
your
and
fault.
our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
Oh. Yeah, good thing you don't work here. It's just me.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of
Oh,
us affected by
Timmy.
the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all, after what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right.
Oh.
It wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy.
Who's the lady?
She's going to ask you a few questions.
You be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already.
You could
Smell like
smell
blood.
it?
Ah, yes. That'll be the fur. It's scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat with a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here,
Oh.
and she can't be, for just $89.99. And then it's the general error. 41.
Oh no!
And is that when he burst into flames?
Careful.
and then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes.
Oh,
Robin.
Timmy Five Eyes.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very
And it's all
dramatic.
because we played an advertisement.
So, right, that's quite enough of you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Calm down, you're Do you think your parents
No,
will ever
we
really
specifically
love you
did.
again?
We told them, hey, go buy this.
Mr. Tadlock!
Your poster, your favourite poster, Timmy, are you okay? Oh.
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new Advance mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here?
Oh,
So
yeah,
if you
camera
take a
3,
look
yeah.
At this National Nightly News mug, you should
Hello,
see
Sleepy
the
Winter.
mark.
It's been a while. This is called Not for Broadcast. It's an FMV game where we are kind of censoring the news, but it seems like we are going to try and sway the news to the way that we want
When we
it.
come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the sports.
And it's just insanity.
You won't.
Oops.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back. Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
Why bother strengthening your body when you can strengthen your face?
Yeah, so pretty much we're controlling the news via our editing, the ads we play, and the stuff that we let them say on air.
The medicated.
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
And now we're going to have a bunch of people flashing on the news.
We believe your skin deserves the best, so the new formula actively removes harsh chemicals from your skin. The high salt content actually pulls the dihydrogen monoxide right from your pores to give you the crisp, brittle skin you've come to expect. 41% of women we surveyed said they loved their visible flakes. And 7 out of 10 dentists.
This is the stuff that I need.
Jus de cochon.
I just need the crispy skin.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final. The first.
All right, I need anybody that is able to decipher what this sport is.
I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our 2 players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Orangi Hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. Striker, go first. Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin.
D-Robe.
Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker.
She got the ball.
Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to striker for shot number 3. All right.
Shot number 3.
She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad, if you ask me.
Was there contact? Don't know why you complain. To Harris.
Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends.
Of ends.
Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting position.
And of course, yeah, they just go right back.
Striker giving it large.
Second round, double. Harris.
Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streaker on the pitch. Apologies to be broadcast.
Oh no, they're streakers.
She appears to have slogans across her
Oh, no.
breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite an eyesore. And women's body, yeah. Right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harris absolutely determined to close that.
Only a little bit of naked people showed up.
Eddie Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that a fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the Heats. What a brilliant move. Back to striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket.
I mean, this sport, it's something I feel like I would watch.
Absolutely blooming, jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, we've always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves, 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Spit.
Halftime show.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security is on it. And the bucket has been knocked over.
Oh.
I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying.
I'm glad they're real professionals and they're trying to just keep up with the game.
Sunday morning television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Ball boy cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not bad. Well, that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
Your money is on Harris? I mean, that's a bold move. He's made some pretty poor plays.
The animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps. And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
Harris receives possession now.
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, Here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact, a caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like...
this guy.
I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much I can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they?
Oh, no.
All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Oh, okay, nonsense is going on here. Yes,
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters, absolute wasters. Oh, jog on!
This is the mime round.
It's an absolute bloody...
All right, this is the mime round. Let's see how Harris does this
now
time.
We're going to go into the final round, and of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Hold.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me.
About time.
She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on.
Illegal spit.
From Striker.
That's an illegal spit.
On it, like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef.
Yeah, Striker's just kind of phoning it in.
And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's done it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump.
What a lump.
Now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual
I hope it's
Sports
Harris.
Board Championship is
Who could have called this? Everyone was the winner.
Including me as my 15th win in Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals, their 6th and 7th respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I have to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there.
I mean, even you are the winner, Pusher.
Sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Commercial
The
time.
microphone struck me.
What?
About being a burden on your children. Are you scared?
You bet on everyone? Man, the odds against that were probably really good.
It slowly wastes away, or losing your grip on reality. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Now you...
Boozman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge, so your controls might be a bit, dangerous. Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Boozman out.
You'll stay. You'll pass on painlessly, surrounded by...
Well, now we have to worry about getting shocked.
and luxury.
Minister, it's so
good to see you again.
Miss Wolf, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right. Peter Clement.
Megan Wolf.
My, but that's a fur-man shape.
That's a format.
Tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
Is your seat down?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
Chissy cow.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much.
Oh, God.
Seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how...
Even the news can scare me, apparently.
...across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say...
My old mum.
Some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were...
Almost got shocked there.
...about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death. She's talking about death.
She's talking about death.
Our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that's definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
there?
sorry, it's kind of cool.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching cricket. We couldn't even wait till half time.
I couldn't let the swear go out. I had to take the shock.
It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. They could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The Health Service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice...
That does sound nice.
This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Just giving me a lucky job.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it's from my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry, my apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got sacked again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens. Look, I am
Taking away my cameras.
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Don't get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We shouldn't have this guy on the news anymore.
Tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan, we're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Please go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
Yeesh.
So they just... I don't suppose there's any way this could be...
Yeah, I think that guy should not be on the news ever again because he likes to swear too much and he's making my job harder. Dang, that's the worst I've done. But at least we got our money. And our company went up. Alright, so this is about as far as I've made it before, so from here on, it's all new to me. Oops. Day unknown.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen.
Oh,
That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it now.
Okay.
Look left, Alex, out the window. See?
Oh, it's those damn toys.
You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged, then release it to zap the liquids. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Great. That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
We should not have advertised those toys.
This has no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I expect you to know the difference. Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic...
Oh, COVID. What a time.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefox? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehug's toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we have so short-sightedly destroyed.
Oh, it's gotta be
And
this
now,
one.
as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up.
Gotta scare people away from these toys now.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Going stir crazy. With no signs of Mrs. Snugglehug's batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfuckable, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle tugging.
Going it alone, popular crustacean Johnny Hamsleeves is back in the news today as his astonishing photograph that he leaked himself shows exactly how he's been spending his lockdown.
It seems that when the lockdown was announced,
Oh, no,
Tiffany Lamour was busy in the capital preparing her new show, Chocolate Clit Bombs, for its now postponed grand opening.
Okay.
Let's hope the exhibits don't melt.
It's great to see a celebrity using their time wisely, as the government suggests, by developing a new hobby or fetish, and most importantly, by keeping your spirits up. Nice to see Johnny doing his little bit.
I like that he's just doing it to squirrels.
In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborg Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborg and Horgans brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination.
This is slowly starting to become like a Five Nights situation.
The most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Helvetica Svorsborg and Wongensvoord here with a little update from Dante's Taint. This year is going to be our biggest ever harvest and autumn's just 2 weeks away. Or at least that's what we think. There's no real day or night down here and all the clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right, we think that for you up there it is Wong's Day the 4012th of Jamboree, or as you call it, Pissmouth Day. Or possibly Boxing Day if we're a bit out. So, happy Pissmouth. I hope you get all the presents you asked for left under
I missed a sensor.
I'm hoping to complete my collection of rocks. See you in September. Helvetica out.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
But as everyone knows, time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why
Ads
goldfish are so
start in a
stupid.
minute.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl,
the thicker the goldfish.
There's no denying the logic of that.
Class war, a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced, Alex.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who manage to skip the country
Why is there
must
just
be
a
very
picture of
grateful to the people who help them right now.
We have it from several sources that rich runaways have actually begun to spontaneously lose their teeth
Oh, no!
one by one. Is it some sort of cosmic justice, or has masked vigilante Dental Dennis been up to his old
What?
tricks again?
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening, and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that question.
Oh, shoot. We got ads. So I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm back. I made it back before ads did finish this time. Hooray me! How is your day going, Pusher? Since I think you're the only one that can hear me. If not, how's everyone's day going? Welcome back from ads, everybody. Hope you didn't mind being gone too long. Let's get back to it. Resume.
We're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Good evening. In these difficult times, it's important that we all feel united, that we're all in this together. And for a short time, we must bear significant change. To help myself come to terms with these tough but transitory times, I've written a list of things that are just as temporary as all of this discomfort. I thought it would be helpful to share my list with all of you.
Oh my god, this is gonna be chaos, I can tell.
Your child's school play. Youth. Beauty. That phase you still don't talk about. Your New Year's resolution. Your husband's hairline. Your waistline.
And this is still only the beginning. I can't imagine how much more crap they're gonna throw at me.
And all of human endeavor. I hope my relatable list has allowed you to find reassurance. To know that just as these things pass us by, so too will this crisis. Together we will endure, as we always have. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
Oh no!
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Remington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
Don't, why do you do that?
Well, that's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
This guy's my favorite. I love him. Why are we running stuff for Snugglebugs?
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Remington's Fist, internationally respected business Svengali, Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of
Who are you?
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
Abstract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions.
No, no.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snugglehugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Remington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys, we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you,
Mary
Sophia
Shelley.
Remington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete.
I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hangman toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it
Oh,
up
no.
and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little executioner just wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa
What?
sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously. And he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear it on the breeze. It's breath on the wind. It's fun.
Pusher, I think this might just be you. This might be an actual image of you.
Suspense any longer.
Won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps.
Whoa.
Safety and security in these dangerous times.
Oh no.
Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a missing snuggle hug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is
Only.
affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
Not now, honey, I'm mid-pitch. The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next-generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys, but they're explosive fun.
Sorry about
Delia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you.
not really chatting, but this
When we
is
come back,
too
we'll
much.
be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Was that all right?
Oh yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we
She seems very nice, that young Miss Remington.
I think she'd make an interesting dinner
Advance
guest.
knows this, and we're making sure we get to them while they're young.
What?
The Advanced Go-Getters initiative will put your children
You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
They talk about what's happening.
No, this
at
is
home.
my job now.
We'll be listening and taking notes. You wouldn't let your children drift off down the river to uncertain ends.
No.
Or abandon them to a life of shame.
That's the
and
book guy
mockery
again.
And eventual death on the streets.
Oh.
So you sent them to fly with us instead. They're probably safe. But I guess you never know what's lurking in the water.
I've got no idea how old he is. 40? 17? Yeah, ready. Okay, coming back. In 5, 4, 3...
It is going very well. It's very enjoyable.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Ruth. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact...
Now these pseudo furries are trying to take over the news.
Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks,
Oh.
Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little encounter.
I wish I could.
Oh.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. People are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it.
It is fairly similar to Killer Frequency. I think it's starting to get to the darker stuff, but it's definitely more comedic Killer Frequency.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think
Like,
this
there's
might affect the
several
economy?
sub-stories that are going on, but you kind of control what sub-stories are going out versus what's not.
Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. Shh. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit.
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recounting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that's simply...
They're not. They're taking over my news station.
Media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Oh, I really want to just cut to him eating a sandwich,
Right, exactly.
but...
We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborn, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and...
no.
Could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested...
Sorry, we gotta watch that man eat his sandwich.
The system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army amassing an army to kidnap
That's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Meh.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I'm not lying. You are...
Oh, good one.
Yeah. It sounds like, Bunsen and Beaker.
Alan James.
Alan, you know what
Katie
they say about
Brightman, thank you
snitches?
for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds.
Jesus.
Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report.
He didn't even get a sandwich.
The nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Brannan. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. But my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid.
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice. And
This is like all the people that go out in the middle of hurricanes, but...
like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon, Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine, well, I'm in my bathroom, technically, but, you know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's, you know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound?
Oh no.
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks. Right.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh, shit, fucking, listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just to piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! Oh, what the fucking hell? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
Oh no!
What do you see, Patrick?
Oh no!
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management.
Well, don't think we'll see him again for a while.
It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this.
Yeah, these toys... Uh-oh, something broke
You're
our
damn
window.
right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Yep.
Whack it on the head if it gives you any trouble. It's pretty bad here too, mate. They've got on board. Captain's down. Worse, chef's down and we're out of rum. Not sure I'm going to make it to sobriety or dry land. If I had a missus, I'd ask you to tell her that I love her, but to be honest, I've kind of pissed my life away, mate. Still, at least I'm outdoors, eh?
Aging. Possibly more.
God, that phone is so loud.
We need to come together.
Is this,
Every single one of us. And do the right thing.
Oh God. Oh, no.
Buying our products. Eye of the beholder.
I'm not. No? Oh, 5, 4,
Oh no,
3.
things are just gonna get worse.
Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win and who will National Nightly lose.
National Nightly, National Nightly, National Nightly lose.
So, how do we play? Well, the man who knows all about playing, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
Oh, it's the fingernail guy.
Lockdown, Tommy.
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that actually. Yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah. You called during nap time, so.
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Thank you. This.
Oh my god, they're everywhere.
What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so.
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman.
A human woman?
Has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
Oh my
That
god.
is absolutely correct. Question 2. What is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples. And finally,
What?
Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
Jelly Bean.
Indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, You know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time,
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
Oh no.
Hey,
Stop
I'd like
it.
to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So,
Animals!
I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am. Yeah. So, the first one we've been working
Oh my God,
on
these
is
bears.
called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh,
you
yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure.
Uh-huh.
For this, he's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise old octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, fuck.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
Jamboree!
My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
Yeah, and Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Oh no.
Hang on. Can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
What?
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted.
What?
At all.
Right.
I can
How
only
did I-
apologise in advance for what we're all about to endure.
You turn this shitting thing up. Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow, they're always in good moods.
Why not the confetti?
They don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house. Ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports. Now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce. Mr. Bear,
I'm glad this lady just knew the choreography.
life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear,
oh my God,
what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Thanks all for what I'm sure
Oh,
is bound to
God.
be a classic of children's entertainment. But now, let's see how it's really done.
What?
Before we wrap up the news tonight, I just wanted to spend a moment talking to you directly. A final thought, if you will, just for you, Alex.
More music?
See, I know you think it's gotten complicated back at the old homestead, but there's something you should know. You like to think you got the family rule, the feelings have cooled, and you're just ridiculed. You think you're even-handed, but there's nobody fooled. You clearly love your daughter more. You like to think you got it under control. Well, if that was your goal, you better re-roll. Did you have a few too many at the watering hole? You clearly love your daughter more. Now Chris and Sam are broken, 'cause you're too scared of the law. And Charlie's getting angry, locked behind his bedroom door. But Susie thinks you're perfect with that holiday abroad. And I've gotta say, you clearly love your daughter more.
I just realized that she's actually singing about us. How does she know? No?
And that's news.
What?
That's all we have time for tonight on the National
What
Nightly
a-
News. We'll be back tomorrow when Jeremy will be wrestling an alpaca and I'll be naked.
What?
I'm Megan Wolf. Have a treacle night.
Oh, how does she know about our life? What? You've missed 2 songs, Nereon. And neither one has been a good song.
What is this piss? Do you think I'd be happy with that? You're out of your mind.
Hello? Alex? Wake up! Wake up, Alex! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh.
Wake up, Alex! Alex! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh my god. Oh my god. You don't want to have Mr. Bear stuck in your head ever. That was something. Oh my god. Uh-oh. The rhythmic beeping of the heart monitors bring you slowly back to consciousness. Opening your eyes, you're greeted by a semicircle of concerned faces. Your family by your side, a reassuringly familiar sight in these new surroundings. You blink a few times to clear the sleep from your eyes and bring everyone into focus. You feel a hand on yours, gentle and reassuring. Sam there with you as always. Their expression, understandably concerned, is somehow more affectionate than ever. Chris chimes in from beside them. See? Alex is fine. We missed the game for nothing. You and Chris still aren't on great terms, and it's hard to miss the tone of disdain in their voice. You remind yourself that this isn't about Chris and squeeze Sam's hand, smiling. Feeling awake in 5 minutes, you're already being a dick. Which, do we just start being mean to Chris? Or do we just keep putting him off? Be mean to him? Okay. Alex, that's not... Sam starts to protest, as always. Chris butts in. No, it's fine, Sam. I don't know why I bothered coming here. I'll see you all later. Chris spits as they leave. Man, this guy spits a lot. Sam sighs, shaking their head before following Chris out, calling after them. Just as you feel Susie's absence, you notice Charlie squirming uncomfortably, unable to meet your gaze. As soon as you turn to look at him, you can see Charlie tense up, clearly battling hard to stay mad at you. You look expectantly at him, but he refuses to meet your gaze. Hey, I'm gonna be fine. We're all fighting again before you know it. Well, if we won't make an effort now, why should you? No, God, why would I do that? Charlie, look at you. Charlie looks at you and grins. One of those infectious smiles that spreads around the room. It's always good to have him in your corner. Your smile fades as you notice your mother staring listlessly out the window. Despite all your best efforts, she's not doing well lately. Your mother starts. Your call clearly shocking her out of her reverie. She turns to you and smiles, and you're grateful to see her increasingly rare recognition in her eyes. Yes, dear, of course. How are you feeling? You smile warmly and nod, but before you can respond, a doctor bustles in and ushers everyone out. He asks you for what feels like the 100th time, how are you feeling? Surprisingly well, all things considered. Excellent. There's no sign of any real damage, just a bit of shock to the old system. Pardon the pun, she smiles. Not that we'd recommend you to do anything like that again, of course. After a couple of days of home rest, you should feel fine as rain. Turns to leave, but stops at the door. Oh, and the private room and care? The doctor gestures to your room, which you now notice is rather expensive. Has all been paid for by Mr. Bozeman. He left those flowers and said not to worry and take the rest of the week off. See you on Monday, apparently. Seems like the least you could do. Sorry, I was just looking at something. You come home from a particularly late shift and find the kitchen light still on, which isn't normally a good sign. Everyone's usually in bed by now. Softly opening the kitchen door, you find Sam at the table. Bills and papers are strewn in front of them, as well as what looks to be the second pack of biscuits. They shoot you a strange smile as you take a seat next to them. Sam frowns and goes back to the bill they're holding. Hey, sweetheart, just looking at those numbers again. They look at the door to the pantry, now converted into your mother's bedroom. We've been doing our best, but I think Cassandra really needs a nurse to look after her now. Suddenly, the bills are all you can see. Fortunately, with the money that's been coming in and what we've been able to save, we've got more than enough to keep you going. Sam smiles at you. I know things have been difficult and the daily care won't be cheap, but she's your mother. We really, don't we? Alright, that sentence made no sense to me. Grant his smile. Of course you'll pay for the care of your mother needs. Your mother hasn't been herself for a long while. Maybe it's considered... Alright, so do we want to send her into death care, or do we just want to keep taking care of her and make her survive? Take care of Mom. Make sure I click the right one. The sword of Damocles sheathed, at least for the moment. You grab the papers, stuff them into the drawer. It's kind of a relief to not have to worry about it anymore. Or so you told Sam. Hours later, you're still awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking, how long will the money last? Day 201. I'm actually going to stop here for now because I do have to go out and do some shopping. So I'm going to have a little bit of an early stream. So thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you for everyone for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm going to raid over to somebody playing Dark Souls. I love the game. Sure I spelled that right. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.